Yo, yo. Check, check. You here? Bet, bet. What's good, demon? Figured I'd turn the stream on a few minutes early just to allow people to join on in and, you know, all that good stuff. Oh, you got a small headache? Yo, same. Dude, literally, I had like food poisoning this weekend, so that was fun. Put the mic in front of you.
Yo.
Yeah, you gotta be right in front of it. There you go. And oh no, that's odd man out. Yeah. What did I eat? That's a good question. So Crystal and I were trying to figure that out, and we narrowed it down. I think it was some bad chicken that they had over there because her mom was not feeling good too. But I ended up feeling the worst of it, unfortunately. It was freaking crazy. Oh, you know what? I always forget to share on Instagram. Let me do that right now. And then we're officially gonna start. Yeah, I know, dude. Literally, this 2025 has been the year of the illness. We just been so much sickness and just crap so far this year, but it's all right. Hopefully, you know, it doesn't turn out like that for the entire year or whatever.
Facts.
All right, hold on. Let me see. Here we go. Boom. Oh no, that's the picture. Sorry. Bro, what the heck? All right, you guys ready? Let's get it going. About to bring us in. Right now, here we go. And where is it? Here's the button. Boom. All right, everybody, welcome back for another edition of the DAIMA Post Show here on the Full Power Podcast channel. It's your boy, Ooch. I'm here with my brother, Ooch. Per usual, we're out here. We're doing the thing. I got to fix his camera already, so don't mind that. But, yes, we're here to chat with you guys some more on episode 15 and what happened on Dragon Ball Daima. So, yeah, this is your opportunity to get your thoughts, your predictions, and all that out there. Because from what I understand, there's a mixed bag. There's some comments that I actually got on the reaction that I was actually pretty... It made me look back on episode 15 a little bit different. Because I know from how we were feeling, I already said, I was like, okay, I'm getting antsy now. Like... Shit's a little too slow, and not really slow. I mean, because 15 we did get some action, but yeah, I at least wanted to, of course, go over it with you guys and see how you guys are feeling after the weekend. We had time to let that shit marinate and whatnot, like I always say. But you know, I guess we'll start with you guys, like folks in the chat. Like, how did you guys feel about episode 15 overall? You know, what were your pros, your cons? We can kind of start with whatever really, and kind of take it from there. But I guess to start, I'll pull up some of the comments that I'm talking about from the reaction video that we did this past Friday. Of course, if you have not checked it out, definitely go and check out the reactions, which is on my channel. Link in the description, per usual. So yeah. So okay. So the one thing. So the first comment that's coming up here is this person actually said, so what's the title of the video mean? Who's the character you guys forgot about? And it was it was Pansy's dad, King Kadan, which I forgot his name too. Not gonna lie. But yeah, but then they were like, is Pansy's dad who like looks like Abra? Are they related though? And I was like, I mean, I didn't think of that.
No, I didn't either.
I didn't think of that. But they do have very similar, I guess, like features, I guess. So I can see why someone might consider them related or something like that. So let's see. So Worse Than a Demon. All right. So you said it was all right to me. I like the third eye lore. I'm wondering how strong will Goma get with the third eye. Hold on. Let me see if this thing works. Hold on. Let me see if it works. No. So I pinned it and I set up the freaking highlight thing again, and it still doesn't work. I don't know what the hell it is. So you see how I pinned it at the top of the chat? Yeah. That's supposed to also happen on screen. Yeah, the chat highlighter for YouTube just doesn't work for some reason. I don't know why, but either way, it is what it is. So we pin it for everyone anyway. So it was alright to me. I like the third eye lore. I was wondering how strong Goma will get with the eye. That's assuming Goma's the one that gets it.
Yeah,
that is assuming that Goma gets it because obviously that's what he wants. But we also have to remember Dr. Arinsu's in play. You got to remember like there could be some like. Some
Well, they have it.
Yeah.
So he should automatically get it, honestly. Like that should be the expectation at this point since he got it already.
Now the double turn would be if Degasu takes it. And, and Degasu's the right-hand man. And the funny thing is, if you look at the lineage of how the lore with this third eye has even played out, it looks like even if you're family, there's a chance that you will be so hungry for the power that you will turn on your own freaking, family. And that's literally what happened with Abura. From Dabura to Abura, my man literally took his own dad out just so that he can basically get the throne, essentially.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of thinking of it in that same light where it's like, okay, well, what if Degasu did that to Goma? Because Goma apparently was like Abura's like underling, if I remember that correctly.
That was Deborah's underling.
Oh yeah. So I can kind of see that happening. Okay, so let's see. So odd man out. Let me pin yours next since
Every kind of man.
Every kind of man replace. There we go. Okay, so odd man out says, can this thing go away? Thank you. Okay. Mediocre, barely above filler. Stretching it out too far. Third eye lore saved it from being a waste. Last episodes are going to have to be amazing at this rate.
But even the third eye lore, like, that's stretched out too. Because, like, we all kind of had a feeling it was the belt.
Mm-hmm. We knew. Yeah, for sure.
So it's not really a surprise at this point. Then now they're just bringing it up and making it come to life. The idea.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely saw it happening as far as, like, oh, like, watch that eye on Hibis's belt be the third eye and all that kind of stuff. I did like the lore that they well, it wasn't really the lore of it. It was just the backstory on like how it got lost in the first place. I think the lore portion of this episode with Abura and Dabura, like I think that portion was the actual interesting part of it. But of course it did directly connect with the eye, so I can definitely understand the correlation and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, there's some comments here that I also have that if I get to them, from folks that actually enjoyed this episode more so than like say like us, for example, because off rip, I mean, like that's like a part of why doing like reactions and like recording them is always good, because like it's documented like how we felt off rip, and it's like people could check us, being like, oh, but nah, you guys reacted like this, like, you know. So, but either way, it's not like I'd ever have to worry about that because our fucking reactions have been 100 ever since, you know. Despite people in the past, they would used to say like, oh, like fake, like okay, sure, but we don't get that anymore nowadays. So yeah, people thought this episode was good, and they thought that the fact that King Kadan and his army got that opportunity to come in and like fight was enjoyable. And there was even some folks that talked about how like they justified Goku and Vegeta getting zapped with those fucking magic weapons. And I was like, all right, y'all got it. Like I'll give it to you, and I'll get onto that in a bit. So but yeah, Odd Man Out, we're definitely feeling very similar, especially like off of our first reaction, our initial reaction, I should say. I know for a fact, like, would you consider this above filler, like quality level, or above that?
When you say above filler, you mean like it's better than a filler?
Yeah, like, you know, like look, like think of the metric when you rate an episode. It's like when you watch an episode and it makes you feel like this was a filler episode, that usually implies that there was nothing happening and it was directionless, or like there was no point to anything that happened. So I would imagine above filler would mean that it was borderline filler.
I mean, I got it right. Barely, I would say barely above filler.
Okay.
You know.
So that's how, so you do feel like that with episode 15.
Yeah, because it's just a stretch out, you know.
Stretching? Mm-hmm. Okay. Ant-Man, what's up? What's up? The episode with the giant dog was Yeah, so hold on. So let me see. So Worse Than Demon said, when they were explaining the third eye lore and they showed the two silhouettes, I thought I saw Janemba and the Saiyan. Come on. So off of Geekdom's video, in his breakdown, he actually pulled some very close references that I would say are more likely to be references, not to actually be the actual characters per se, but the silhouettes when they were showing the previous third eye holders are essentially based off of characters that have existed in other Toriyama stuff. So, for example, there's one silhouette where the dude, you could kind of see he had like two big horns, and people were making the comparison to a I think this was a video game only character from a Dragon Ball Z game that only came out in Japan in the 90s, and it never made its way anywhere else. So like, and this is like a deep cut Dragon Ball Z game. Like there's a bunch of imported DBZ games and Dragon Ball games that have never seen the light of day outside Japan. So there's a bunch of them, but this one, I guess, is one that's considered like super deep cut. Like you'd have to either be from there or you'd have to be like a fucking super fucking duper like that's niche for you to like go out of your way and be like, oh, I'm gonna research every single known Dragon Ball game in existence, and that's how you would know. So one of the villains in that game takes some sort of like silhouette resemblance, right? Again, not to say that that's the character, but their silhouettes, we'll probably never see them. Doesn't really matter. And the other character took a resemblance to what I believe is a Dragon Quest boss. I think it could have been the final boss if I'm remembering that right. But again, this was in Geekdom's breakdown video. Obviously, I'm sure everyone knows Geekdom by now. He's been on the channel a few times, and he's a friend of the channel, friend of ours. And every week, every Saturday, he uploads his breakdowns of the episodes. He does his review on Fridays, breakdowns on Saturdays to follow up, which he goes in very, very like direct detail on any little reference, Easter egg. And he does a great job per usual, right? So those things, I was like, okay, that's pretty interesting. But then on top of that, and this kind of goes beyond the whole third eye thing, was when the one scene where Dabura takes the throne. Remember when we saw that? That was basically a 1-to-1 direct, and I could have caught this, but I was like, he didn't have the exact pose, so I didn't say anything during the reaction. But that scene was a direct reference to Lucifer in Sandland, because Lucifer in Sandland looks exactly like Deborah. Like they have differences, but they look exactly the same. It's like, if they really wanted to, I'm sure they could make some bullshit reason, be like, oh yeah, look, Sandland crosses over with Dragon Ball. Oh, Sandland exists in the demon world. Like, they could, but it's not gonna happen. I will say though, one of my friends, Chris, he actually put me on to Sandland, and he was like, bro, I think you should check this out, because this seems like it could relate to Daima in some way. And where some could say that's a stretch, I took his recommendation for something of value, because I was like, oh, for sure, because I already had an interest in checking out more Toriyama-based work anyway. And I already knew like you wouldn't be necessarily into it, because like, let's face it, like, Dragon Ball is a very different show, and Toriyama has a bunch of other different work, and Sandland kind of, it barely scratches the surface of the action that you'd be looking for. Barely scratches the surface.
Can't do it.
So exactly. So it's like, that's why I was not even gonna push that and be like, oh no, you gotta check out Sandland, for you to like watch it and seek out like I'm telling you, like the hypest moment was like a few seconds.
Terrible.
So yeah. But like, I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a nice little concise story to follow along, really nice message and all that kind of stuff. But besides the point, I could see them maybe at some point trying to connect that, especially because like they've had Arale come into Dragon Ball a few times, so it's like that would almost be a layup if they wanted to like implement Sandland in some way. It would be maybe a little challenging, but then again, it's like, all they would really have to do is just be like, oh, well, actually, there are humans that are from Demon World too. Be like, oh, really? And then it just turns out that that's just the Sandland, universe or whatever, if they wanted to, stretch it out like that. But either way, there was some pretty, there was a lot more references outside of Star Wars that Daima's been getting, that they actually, this time around, they referenced more of just Toriyama. Toriyama referenced his other shit from other things, which is kind of cool. So let me finish this comment from this person over here. But again, guys, feel free, chat it up, name your predictions, what you guys thought of the episode overall, and what you guys are thinking for episode 16, and we could talk about that as well. So in the meantime, so let's see. So this person said, this episode also showed guns with paralyzing abilities, including one or two characters referring the Hera clan, Bojack's henchmen. Which I remember that one chick, the one chick that I told you, I was like, yo, she looks like the girl from Bojack's crew. So this person also made that connection, saying that one of the two characters resembled that clan. Quite the connections there. They were using abilities in Bojack Unbound that resembled lightning that sort of stopped Z fighters from moving. Do you remember that?
Yeah, a little bit. I like Bojack movie.
Yeah, so do I. That's the movie
Started off with the Trunks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And the Gohan we all like.
Dude, that's, first of all, that Trunks is the best designed Trunks.
100%.
The ripped sleeves
with the long hair. Bro.
Come on, son. That shit is dingable right there.
Rocking that.
That look is undefeated. Like they probably never brought it back on purpose.
Straight aura.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. 100%, no doubt about that. But yeah, like when I read this comment, I was like, yo, like that actually makes way more sense. Now, if you're asking, do you think Toriyama actually referenced that? I would be surprised if he did, and only because he's not really known to do that. He kind of, like, I feel like a lot of things that happen are almost happy accidents, because like, unless he's, obviously going back to see what was already done so that he can make it better in his own version, like how he did with Broly. So I don't know if Toriyama really went out of his way to go back and watch all these past works of his own stuff, because again, we also know him for being forgetful, no disrespect, of course, but that's just kind of how it goes. So Demon here says Degasu is going to shoot Dende, causing Goku to turn into Super Saiyan 4.
That ain't gonna fucking happen.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about that real quick.
Dende's alive.
He is alive. He's asleep.
Yeah.
So you're saying
Like
like after Daima's over, like he's alive.
You can't die.
Hey, he can wish him back.
I guess.
That would be crazy. I would see that's one thing I would not expect. If Degasu actually kills Dende.
That would be OD.
Kills baby Dende. First of all, at that moment, I'm pretty sure Degasu would gain the most heat out of all fans. Be like, fuck this motherfucker up right now. Like, you can't kill a baby.
Yeah.
And let alone baby Dende. Come on now. Nah, I can't do that. That would be crazy though. Right there, that would solidify his villainous intents. Who in the Dragon Ball history do you know killing babies? Like straight up.
Shit, I don't know.
Oh, I know. The random Saiyan. Oh no. Was it King Vegeta? Did King Vegeta kill Broly in the original? Or was it like some random Saiyan person?
Kill Broly?
Oh, they didn't actually kill him. They tried to kill him. They intended to kill him.
Oh yeah.
Remember that shit?
Yeah. Not Perg. No.
Paragus that's his dad. I'm pretty sure.
I know what you're talking about.
King Vegeta ordered it. I don't know if he actually was the one that did the fucking stabbing, but like you saw the silhouettes of them actually killing a fucking infant.
Yeah.
So despite them believing that man's actually died, you know what I'm saying? Like, oof, I don't know. But yeah, that'd be crazy. Side note, was flying back from Houston this weekend, and the guy in front of me was watching the BoJack movie one row ahead of me. Oh, that's actually kind of fire.
He's getting them lessons in.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that is. Yeah, speaking of these movies, like I've been saying this, but I seriously at some point gotta like find some time to rewatch a lot of these old movies. Now, I did make a separate Twitch channel to do reactions on, but the problem is that the way I would want to do it, so that way it could be something that I'd be able to like edit for a YouTube version. I apparently like my computer just can't handle recording two separate video tracks at the same time. So I'm just like, well, I don't know what to do now. So I'm still like trying to figure that whole thing out.
Mm-hmm.
But if I didn't want to do that, if I just wanted to do exclusive streams and let that be it, then I could just do it that way and not have to worry about it. But it's also me trying to figure out how I'd be able to do. I mean, I guess what I could do now that I'm thinking about it on the fly here is if for the YouTube version, I just have something over the video. So it's like, oh, fuck. It's like, oh, now you got to fucking go on Patreon or whatever. I don't know. But that's just ideas. But tell me if that would be cool if you guys would be down to rewatch some fucking old Dragon Ball Z episodes, movies, and all that kind of stuff. Because a lot of people do it on Twitch.
Yeah.
They really do.
You should try it.
I should, right? All right, so let's see. So
that'd be a good watch.
Right? All you're going to hear is a baby screaming and red lightning popping up in the sky. Yo. Listen, listen, I know we've been talking about us wanting Super Saiyan 4. But I don't know if I want Dende's death to be the reason why that happens, right? BoJack Unbound Future Trunks design is the greatest of them all. Yes. That is free. That is 100% free. My wild guess is that Degasu or the old Namekian obtains a third eye from that girl. Oh, wow. So you think that Neba would take the third eye? I don't think so. That would be such a weird plot twist. Like okay, so truthfully, that's not even the first time that I've heard someone come up with that. There was a Geekdom stream, I think when he was doing his a Super Magic show, and he was talking about how some fans have theorized that the actual final boss is Neba. And I'm just like, I wouldn't think that at any point, just because he has had no ill will or any signs of having some sort of like, plot twisty kind of behavior. Like his whole role the entire show is that he's been just trying to keep a low profile, despite technically he did help Goma in the beginning of the show to gather the Dragon Balls and do whatever. And purely because Goma has the power to grant him more life. So out of that little deal, he got like 1,000+ years, or plus 1,000 years added to his lifespan, which is, whatever.
It's kind of crazy.
It is crazy. And it's crazy to think like we're starting to understand, or not, well, we're starting to see like how strong this motherfucker really is. And it's crazy how it's like, oh, like he can't just give himself 1,000 years, right? But it goes to show you the differences in what characters can do. And that is like different ways to show how strong they are, So despite all that, like that's the only time we've ever seen Neba doing something where it's like on the wrong side, quote unquote. But the whole rest of the show, he's kind of just kept to himself until he decided to get involved in the slight ways that he has. And we've been saying it's basically just because like, he's been alone for so many years, no action, no play. Now he gets a show, so he's like, okay, I want to watch this. And he's like, and then we learn that he's the one who made the Tamagamis. He's the one who freaking put the freaking barriers between all the freaking worlds. And it's just like, bro, what? Like, what else can you do? So it would be
kind of stupid.
It would be so weird and wild for out of nowhere, like. He's just like, okay, that's enough. And he throws his little staff and he pulls a Master Roshi and just and muscles everywhere, and then he's just third eye and boom.
Nah, I don't think that.
I don't think so either. It wouldn't fit the character. However, what would fit is if he helped Goku and Vegeta go motherfucker Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah. I see that.
Yeah. I think he's too old and chill for him to be the final boss. Exactly. That's exactly what we're saying. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll see. We'll see. I will say when it comes down to like the whole final boss conversation, it is, I cannot tell if it's truly gonna be Goma or if it's gonna be Arinsu or if it's actually gonna be Degasu. It's literally, it could be any of the three, because it's just like they all seem to have some sort of negative intent. But the funny thing is, I know for a fact it's not gonna be Do or Ku, which is crazy.
Yeah,
like they're kind of out of the equation for me.
I kind of would want to see them like potentially fuse or merge.
You're right, Dooku. Yeah, do it.
Then that would be interesting.
It's gonna be Count Dooku. Demon says, "Yeah, I'm telling you." I mean, that would be nice. I would take that too, even though I just said like I don't see it happening. But if it does happen, then I'd be like, "Oh shit." Yeah. That'd be cool. Also, speaking of which, I didn't peep this originally, but the hat that Hibis gets, that could be one of them.
What?
It could be Majin Ku or Majin Du. Like that they're acting as a hat.
Really?
That shit had the same color scheme as them.
Oh my god, that would be so stupid.
It would, that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't even peep that. At first I was like, oh my god, like I could see that happening. That's very like trolly of Toriyama. Okay, let me see. So let me pin this next one right here. So would y'all want to see the Mafuba, the evil containment wave, used in these battles or the battle? Personally, shout out to MF. Thank you for that super chat right there. Definitely appreciate that. I don't think a Mafuba is going to be, no. I highly doubt it. I don't think they would ever, like, what's a weird thing is like Mafuba was used in Dragon Ball, right? The next time we saw Mafuba ever used again was in Super during the Goku Black and Future Trunks arc. But what happened? They used it and it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the Mafuba is just one of those parts of the overall lore of Dragon Ball that's there, but it hasn't proven its worth, I guess, to be like an effective way to truly like, defeat a character, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And this is no slight on Dragon Ball. I respect my OG, and I respect the roots, but I'm just, I'm calling a spade a spade. It's just like, it's almost like Super Saiyan 3. I love that form, one of my favorite forms of all time. But guess what? how many times has that form been shown to be effective enough to get it done until Vegeta?
No.
Exactly. Unfortunately, but hey, I'm glad that our boy Vegeta was the one to give it some fucking to secure the bag and that W. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, so that the thing with the Mafuba, I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. It would be very surprised. It would be very surprising, I should say, if that was to happen. But Ant-Man, dude, thank you again for the $2 super chat. I do appreciate that. Oh, we can like that. I just liked it, and I can heart it too. Boom. Thank you so much once again. So let's see. Man out. Mafuba is like the spirit bomb. Shit always done, but doesn't work most of the time. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey. At least with the spirit bomb got some W's.
Yeah, get boo.
Yeah, that's the major big one right
one.
there. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Pineapple? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream and the Diamond Post Show.
Got our fair share with that shit.
Oh yeah. Listen, we have no Krillin, but hey, it doesn't mean that I'm not saying no, but Krillin has to be there to do it. Like we've seen these Dragon Ball characters borrow each other's moves all the time, and I'm sure Goku could do it if he wanted to. Now,
100%.
Yeah. And the solar flare. Yeah, we've seen Goku do the solar flare. I remember Goku doing it in GT.
Yeah, he'd use that shit a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like his go-to getaway.
Yeah. 100%. So, all right. Let me see. So we got some more comments here. All right. Let me see how you feel about this person, right? So this person's comment, guys, I want you guys' opinion on this one. So they said, and this is again from the reaction video that we did on Dragon Ball Daima episode 15 this past Friday. So they said, honestly, everything past Dragon Ball Z is really bullshit, man. Okay, hold on. That's what he said, right? They nerfed the character so much. You have the power to destroy planets, and yet you struggle with some gunmen. I hoped Daima would fix this issue that Super brought, but it appears that the real story ended with Dragon Ball Z. What are your thoughts?
I mean, kind of hit it on the spot for, at least the one part where he said these motherfuckers should not be scared of guns.
It's not that they're scared of guns, but,
You can't be a Saiyan and get damaged by that shit, yo.
I will say, though, I felt the same way when we were watching that shit. Obviously, it's documented. It's on the reaction. But after reading some of these other comments where they're like defending like them getting shot down, this is not the first time that we've seen Saiyans get neutralized by these special types of weaponry
Random
before.
Shit.
Like, yes, it's random, and yes, we believe that because of what they're able to do, the feats that they're able to accomplish, that they should not be able to get affected by meaningless fucking weapons. But here's
human shit.
Here's the issue with that. I think that even though they are capable of destroying planets, that's the big one, right? That they are capable of being as strong as they are, that doesn't mean that they are immortal, and that doesn't mean that they can't be like incapacitated. Okay? Because even though Saiyans are basically like what do you call them? I'm trying to make the connection to Superman, right? Them, right? They're aliens, right? They're not humans, they're aliens, right? Kryptonians, there it is.
Yeah, sure.
So just because they are higher forms of life than humans are, that doesn't necessarily mean that they can't get shot down with some special electricity that is literally meant for neutralizing, anyone. And it is what it is. It on the surface value, especially when we see that shit, we're just like, come on, bro. Yeah. Even when they were fighting the fucking Kraken, we were just like, dude, what are they doing? They should not have any problems with this. The same with the giants, those big ass characters.
Yeah, nah.
But at the end of the day, it's just like, listen, I don't even want to sound like I'm trying to justify it for them, but the way I like to just ease my own thoughts on it is like, oh, maybe they're just trying to preserve their own energy.
You could look at it like that, but then it's just like, man, these motherfuckers guys got energy for days.
That's true too.
They ain't no rookies.
Yeah, that is true too. Let's see. Plot twist: Dragon Fist makes an appearance. Hey, I hope that happens. Hey.
Thought he meant fucking Iron Fist from Marvel, right?
No, not a case. The true ending to Dragon Ball was the last chapter Toriyama did where Goku and Oob flew off together. And that's kind of a hard pill to swallow for a lot of fans, but that is the ultimate truth. And people might try to argue it. And listen, Toriyama has obviously worked on other related Dragon Ball projects after that, but I will say that those projects were influenced on other people, whether that be people from Toei or any other types of higher-ups, Akio Iyoku. They had their hands in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So even though Toriyama could be still driving, he had co-captains and co-pilots and people telling him where to go and to navigate. And of course, he's the one that ultimately like made the scripts or the manuscripts or whatever. He laid it out for them. Kind of like with Super. He didn't draw the manga. He didn't make the anime. He said, here's the story, have fun. And Toei took the anime, they did what they did. Toyotaro took the manga, and he did what he did. Toriyama made corrections. He made like he was a supervisor on the manga and all that kind of stuff. But that was not by his pen like how it was back in the 80s and 90s. So after all of that, you know, people got to remember that the true ending is that last chapter of Dragon Ball Z. And even though he, like I said, even though he wrote all these things, he made the fucking Broly movie, superhero movie, like that was all because he was influenced and was told, like, hey, we should do this. All right. That's how it was. So let me see what you guys are saying now. Toriyama, let me pin this so you guys know which one we're doing.
Yeah, Oddman, right?
Yeah, Oddman now says, Toriyama said he made people too strong. Story couldn't be extended at the rate of growth. Purpose nerf. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is a problem that I know that a lot of shows that go this far will tend to have. As soon as you start diving into like godly powers, you're already writing yourself into a corner. That's just my humblest of opinions, just looking at it from all different angles, especially seeing other types of shows as well.
So what do you think of Solo Leveling?
Okay, Sun Jin Woo.
Sun Jin.
That motherfucker broken.
He's becoming. Broken.
He is
He's ascending.
Yeah,
like no other.
Like side note, I did see
the latest episode.
I think it was, but I'm not sure though.
Came out yesterday.
Because I watched an episode yesterday, but I don't know if it was episode.
Was it 4?
It was 3. Because when I looked, 4 was not there.
Yeah, 4's out.
I don't know.
I watched it today.
I gotta check that shit out after the stream then.
Shit's 5,
Fuck.
bro.
I'm always like
Every
right
episode
one behind.
They have me by the fucking balls.
Yo.
I swear to God.
See, that's the consistent action you need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They know what they doing. Like episode 3 was like light a little bit, but it had enough lore in there.
It was fire.
Like every episo's fire because they always got something to say.
Bro. Yeah. Yeah.
Like that is just pure peak.
Oh, there's the buzzword right there. It's peak, guys. I'm not taking it away. Solo Leveling's OD.
Shit makes me want to rewatch the episode, man.
Shit makes me want to read the fucking manhwa.
Or like, yeah.
So hold on. So like I was saying, just to wrap up this this comment really quick, is that like that is the problem that a lot of shows will start having, or they'll start showing their issues with how they write it if they're not careful. And dude, I'm telling you, as soon as they started introducing Ultra Instinct, I was like, this is not a good idea. Because yes, it is hype to see. It's always hype to see a new transformation. That's just literally how shonen anime works. When it comes to Naruto, when it comes to Bleach, when it comes to One Piece, when it comes to anything that got a transformation, The second you see a transformation, oh, hype, right? Then some time passes. You see another transformation, hype, because it's something that is further beyond, pun intended, right? But when you keep it going, and then the second you start, oh, but this is now God power, because what's after a God?
Well, I guess in Dragon Ball terms, I see what you're kind of.
That's what I'm saying.
Like after every power, it's like a little different. Like it can be different. Like up until God, like the Super Saiyan,
Yes.
all the way up to 3 essentially, and then now God Ki. So like you kind of try to differentiate the two.
You're right. Yeah, it's
and
like
make it a little more complicated, I guess.
you're right. But that's what I'm saying. It's like you write yourself into a corner, especially with how the flow of a show like Dragon Ball works, because there's always going to be some new type of transformation. Like Dragon Ball is such a money printing franchise that it's almost bound to happen. Like after but so many years. It's almost like we're guaranteed. As long as Dragon Ball is still being produced, we are essentially guaranteed new transformations. Like Gohan got a new one. Broly being in an existent form is essentially one. Like we have Ultra Ego Vegeta. We have true mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. And I know that even with those forms, there's going to be something else after that shit too. I mean,
Probably because they're facing stronger opponents at this point because of those powers, which makes sense.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, how do you ascend that without it falling apart and not making sense? Because what are you going to do? Ultra Instinct 2? Ultra Instinct 3? You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure they'll be creative with it, hopefully. I mean, that's the hope. They've been doing a good job, no complaints as of now, you know.
They're going to have to, but how
Super Saiyan 5 is probably going to come.
No way.
At some point, not like now.
No way.
That would be hilarious, though.
Okay, hold on. I got to put my phone down for that.
I remember.
First
when
of all,
that shit was a thing.
Guys.
The white Super Saiyan 5. Super Saiyan 5, boy.
Okay.
They can't just stop the Super Saiyan lineage like at 3. I mean, we'll see if Super Saiyan 4 happens in Daima.
I am fully confident Super Saiyan 4 is happening.
Aside from that, like, I mean, unless they're gonna continue to go like, I don't know what it would be after Ultra Instinct. You know what I mean? So like, since he mastered it, unless you're comboing Ultra Instinct with Super Saiyan, then that could be the next step where he tries to combo it like it's Kaioken type shit. You know what I mean?
I will indulge in your crazy ass thought.
But that would be kind of interesting though, because like what the mastered Ultra Instinct, he got white hair.
Yes.
So that would be so easy. It would be Master Ultra Instinct Super Saiyan, and then if he goes Super Saiyan 3, it'll kind of act like Super Saiyan 5.
Because
he has the white hair.
This is a Full Power Podcast exclusive right here, guys. Make sure you never forget this, okay? Super Saiyan 5 will be Super Saiyan 4 with Ultra Instinct.
Super Saiyan 5 will be Super Saiyan 4 with Ultra Instinct.
So imagine, okay, think about it. Why?
I'm saying Super Saiyan 3 Master Ultra Instinct will act as Super Saiyan 5.
Nah. Listen.
Because of the hair.
After we see Super Saiyan 4, okay, people are gonna go crazy for one. Now, I said this. I said if Toriyama does his own version of Super Saiyan 4, obviously it's gonna have to look different. So if we assume that's gonna look different, which it will, like reference other things that have been taken from works that he did not directly have, and then he altered and changed for his own version. Broly, oh, you guys can't see it, but there's a statue, right? Broly's design, similar to the original legendary classic Broly, of Z's Broly, right? But it's different. I think that because this is obviously very Journey to the West inspired, when Toriyama does Super Saiyan 4, this motherfucker is gonna look like Sun Wukong. So imagine how OD that fucking shit is gonna look like with the outfit, with the fur, with everything, the tail. He is going to, dude. People will lose their minds. People are gonna pick up the Wukong PlayStation 5 game. They're gonna mod this Dragon Ball Daima Goku and Vegeta in there just so that they can feel like they're playing as Super Saiyan, the new Super Saiyan 4. So now you take that, and then now obviously in the future, as far as the timeline goes, we now know that Goku has ascended and he is tapping into God Ki and all this godliness, and he is doing Ultra Instinct, which is something that is some shit that gods and angels struggle to do or whatever. So then what's gonna happen is he's gonna do both.
Combine them.
He's gonna combine, and that is how we will ever see a canonized Super Saiyan 5, son. Oh my god.
That'll break.
People will fucking lose their minds.
Even if you just go Super Saiyan at Master Ultra Instinct,
dude.
that would break too.
Nasir's gonna copyright that.
Yeah.
Dude. Yo, but see, that's the thing. Nasir got it though. Like so when Nasir did Legend, the Dragon Ball tale, he did not cut corners. He was like, "Oh, my version is gonna be crazy, and it's gonna make direct references to Journey to the West faster than Toriyama did." No disrespect, right? Dude, straight off, in his version, Goku was this legendary like being that Vegeta from the future already knew about. Went back in time to basically help him activate that shit so that he could bring him back to his future to help them fight in a fucking war. Crazy. But he, like, in that shit, Vegeta already seen it. He knew. He was like, ha, ha, ha. Like, he knew when he woke that motherfucker up. He saw Chi-Chi get her arm broken. And oh my God. First of all, that's it'll always be one of my fucking favorite things in life. That version will always be so goated. But bringing it back, that is how we get Super Saiyan 5. Because I will tell you this right now. Toyotaro, guess what he was doing before he was officially hired to do Dragon Ball?
Probably making that fan-made shit.
Exactly. Dude, it's gonna set and write itself up perfectly.
Well, there's gonna need to be something bigger than what they got right now. Like when we get deeper into the manga and shit, like Black Frieza. Right now they're getting whooped,
dude. I think we just answered our own question. Like,
so
how do they
how
do they go beyond God?
It's gonna be
Super Saiyan 5,
a new monkey level, monkey level up, like Frieza would say. You know what I mean,
dude? It has to be. It has to. I can't even unsee this. Like we are literally talking ourselves into our own corner. Like almost expecting this now. And listen, guys, I'm not saying this is gonna happen in the next year or two. This shit might not happen for a long time. But let me tell you, you heard it here first, and you better not forget. I'll say that shit right now, cause fuck. Oh my God, this is very exciting. All right, so let me get back to some of these comments, cause I know we was missing out. Let me go back.
Gotta go to Ant-Man.
Or I thought.
Demon.
Oh,
remember when Cell tanked the whole nuclear army? Pepperidge Farm. What?
Wait. Which one are you
reading?
reading?
Odd Man Out.
From the top?
Yeah, it's y'all remember when Cell tanked the whole nuclear army?
Pepperidge Farm, remember?
That was kind of funny as shit.
Oh, okay, Oddman Out also said before that. Toriyama said, oh no, I read that one. My bad. Okay, so Ant-Man says, weapons are just different in the demon realm since they're maybe magic based. Yes, Goku and Co aren't used to getting attacked by that, which is also true. That's why they were able to kind of get up and continue fighting, because at first, it's gonna hit them.
It's like a stun.
Yeah. So it makes perfect sense. Soul leveling gets better with each episode. That's proven to be factual.
Too facts.
It's giving me the same hype as Jujutsu Kaisen. I just hope that the landing sticks, because I heard that the landing does not stick with Jujutsu Kaisen, unfortunately.
Yeah, we got that bad news.
Yeah, from Kai.
Soul leveling, man, I don't even give a fuck. I'm gonna just keep watching Ava as long as it's pumping.
I do think it's fine though, because I know Jared read the whole thing.
He did?
He been finished with it.
Oh.
Listen, his time, his kind of time is different from ours. He's in that prime state where high school, college. He's like, bro, I did all my work. I'm chilling. I could watch all this, read all this.
I haven't heard anything on like Twitter based about solo leveling, like having a shit ending like all these other.
Right.
animes.
Yeah. Exactly.
So people are just comparing the manhwa to like the animation style and shit. And some people say manhwa. I'm like,
that's the manga, the Korean manga.
Yeah, no, I know, but like, bro, animation, you can't beat fucking animation. Like,
I know. Like, it's so, here's the thing. When it comes to anime versus comic, I say comic because that's the umbrella term for comic books, manga, manhwa, because manga, Japanese comic, manhwa, Korean comic, American comic, comic. So I'm just gonna say comic, right? The comparison between anime and comic is unfortunately like it depends on the person. Like everything is. Basically what I'm saying is everything's opinionated. I actually know somebody. I know people that say the manga's always better. I'm just like, I have to disagree.
They just don't like watching shit then.
Yeah, like so it's
Like
the thing,
that's really what it comes down to.
it's like a preference based, right? So it's like if you prefer to have a piece of media more accessible to you and you get it regularly and it's faster, meaning you only have to wait maybe a week if it's like a weekly serialized publication, or whatever the case is, and you're getting the story and it's like, okay, fine, that's cool. However,
easy, faster access. That's all it is.
Yeah, but that's all it is, right?
You gotta be dedicated for this anime.
The thing with anime and animation really is just that it takes what the original has and then it adds way more dramaticism and emotion and sound. Like, I think the sound of it is what gets like it gets overlooked by a lot of these manga only, comic only kind of people.
Yeah, they don't got fucking voices in the fucking manhwa. They got blank voices.
Yeah,
they
like
just reading.
Like
shit.
you're just reading. You have to imagining. Right, and a lot of people like that shit, and I do to a degree. But I will always say it's like, listen. Like, the one thing that I always say after I read something in a comic is like, I can't wait to see this in action.
You have to.
Right.
Otherwise, what type of fucking fan are you? Just reading shit.
Listen, everyone's different, right? I'm not going to knock them. But I what I will knock is when they try to say that the anime is shit.
Yeah, nah.
When it's truly not
bitch.
shit.
Nah.
Nah. So, yeah, that's my only thing when it comes to that comparison. Because, I mean, like, it's not even objectively. It's just, like, factually, it's just, like, how are you going to sit there and tell me, like, especially with good examples? Not, of course, like, I'm not going to, like, it would be so unfair to be, like, take your worst example of an anime to compare to the best example from a manga. Like, no, that's not even fair. It's like, if that's the case, then I would give you random, like, the first batch of Dragon Ball Super episodes that were rushed. Yeah, those were shit because the animation was not good, right? But now take a great example. Take, I don't know, any of the main key moments in the Tournament of Power. How beautifully animated they were. The soundtrack, the emotion, the fucking drama. OD.
Listen, as long as the story matches from the anime, of comparison.
Oh, that too. That's important, yeah.
Then the anime should always win. I feel like
it should
always win.
It should.
Because unless the manga has the better story and the better ending, like way better ending because the anime flopped as...
Oh, so Promised Neverland.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, unless some dramatic shit like that happen, where it's, dramatically different, then the manga wins, I guess, in that scenario.
Yeah.
But as far as animation is concerned, if it's, like, pretty much 1-to-1... then I would do. You gotta go animation, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. So Ant-Man says, I'd want to when Goku returns from Oob's training and then Black Frieza arrives. Beerus, Whis tell Goku and Co. they can no longer be involved. Yes, abso-fucking-lutely. Now, it would be a little random considering that they've been kind of involved for a lot of what we've seen in Super, but I think them removing themselves and kind of going back to playing these higher being characters that just watch from a distance would actually help the show more than hurt it. Because it was nice while it lasted to have God characters be involved and to directly train some of our main protagonists, right? But now that they got that special treatment, and now that they've been involved when they really shouldn't. And so it's like they're now trying to make sure that their asses are in check. It would actually make it seem like the stakes have been given back to the show, where it's like people are so desensitized to death and shit like that, or things like happening. Like, just imagine. Think back to Resurrection F. The Earth, everybody died. Frieza would have won. And Whis was like, and reversed it. Reverse time like it never happened. But think about that. At that moment, this motherfucker made an alternate timeline.
Mm-hmm.
The whole planet got destroyed. Frieza won. But Whis was like, all right, nah, I'm not going to do that because I actually like these people and they make me good food. Now, if Daddy-O found out Grand Priest, Whis would have been axed. Right? Just like how with Miris, I think, Whis' younger brother, were in the manga. We haven't seen that yet in the anime, but like that was a part of the story that I'm sure people are waiting to see, where Miris was essentially a former angel that ultimately gets demoted because he wanted to be involved. And because he was not allowed, he paid the consequence. Or, the price. He paid the price of, he got erased. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know why it's not letting me, I'll show this. That's fine.
Purple nigga.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know why it didn't let me do it on this end over here, but anyway, yeah, I don't get that. So, I hope that'd be a really good thing to have them not be involved. I mean, from time to time, if they want to show us a little scene of them watching, that'd be cool. But like from here on out, once they do get back around to post Z, they should just stay back. And if anything, they could be invited to picnics. Let them eat. Let them enjoy the Earth delicacies if they want. But from this point on, no more. I 100% agree with that shit.
Pretty sure he's talking about Beerus.
Yeah. Talking about Beerus and Whis. This is from the pinned comment I put on from Ant-Man. So let's see. What else are you guys saying in here? Okay, for real though, how likely y'all think it actually is we will see Super Saiyan 4 in Daima? This is from Mo Z. I think the chances... Okay, y'all... Okay. You say your answer first. Give a percentage. How likely are we going to see Super Saiyan 4 in Daima?
Depends on how these episodes roll out.
So as of right now, what is your percentage?
0.
Why are you so yes or no, hot or cold? Like 0 to 100? Like...
Because of what they've shown me.
So you're... Okay, so based off of the last 3 episodes, you're just like, yeah, you have no faith? Oh, come on. That's not fair.
If like... What, 16?
16 is this week, yeah.
If 16 and 17 are like really, really good, and it's like kind of back on pace because they stopped the bullshit, and we get to see where the story is at that point, then like I guess my answer will sway.
Okay.
But right now it's just like, why even bother putting a 50-50 percentage when it's just like they ain't showing me enough. We don't even have tails yet. Like, there's no reason for Super Saiyan 4 to happen right now because we don't even know what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
To be honest.
That's fair. Yeah, you know what? Well, okay. That is fair to say. I will give you that. That's fine. For my answer, because I have full faith and I've seen enough and heard enough from actual quotes from Akio Ioku. I will stand on this and I will if anything at all from Daima, it is the fact that Ioku-san said anything that you can imagine or dream to see will happen in Daima. So because he said that, and because Ioku-san has had a consistent track record of delivering, okay, that is enough for me to believe this guy. And because I've also been like, okay, well, if I'm imagining and wishing for Super Saiyan 4, then damn it, I think it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna say 100%. I'm not gonna lie. I'm locked in, and if I'm wrong, doesn't matter. It's a show at the end of the day. We're doing this because we love it. We do it because we enjoy it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I also have a track record of being right with my predictions. I'm just saying. First of all, let me just, I'm not gonna go over the accolades, but I predicted Dragon Ball was gonna come back. Period. Back in the days of the drought, the Dragon Ball drought, when this guy was watching the Orange Bricks on repeat,
it needed to come back,
saying that I'm not gonna watch anything else until new Dragon Ball comes out. He consistently went through all 9 sets multiple times over the years, waiting for some new Dragon Ball to come out. I was like, one day it's gonna happen. It's too popular. I even remember remember Toriko?
Yeah.
Bro, I'll never forget when I went into a Best Buy and right on the front cover it said made from the same people that did Dragon Ball Z. I'm like, they're using someone else's name to try to sell this? Get the fuck out of here. And it flopped. No one bought into Toriko. Fucking Forku, knife. I remember watching that first episode and I was like, this ain't it.
They fucked up with having forks, spoons, and knives on the show. That's what they...
And then on top of that, I also predicted Broly to be the first character that is not canon to be made official for this basically the same amount of time. For the longest time. Now, Geekdom likes to tell me, "Oh, you're just a fanboy." No, it's for me. It was common sense because it was not like I was saying this for every single movie character, dude. Look at the examples. It's like to me, I see all this shit as like breadcrumbs, like just literal clues. Like, how come all throughout the years, whenever we'd get new Dragon Ball games, Broly would always be a part of the marketing. Broly was always on the covers. Broly was always DLC. Broly was there. Broly was here. It's like even when Dragon Ball FighterZ came out, he was part of the first DLC pack. Why? Because they know that Broly makes money. And so it inevitably happened. To me, it was inevitable. To everyone else, it was a surprise.
Yeah.
So I'm saying all that so that y'all know that when I have a feeling, there's a good chance, very good chance, that I'm right. Okay. So that's how likely, 100%. Okay. For me, at least. You is 0 for now. For now. All right. So, okay. So let's see. I'm going to pin this one right here. So if Super Saiyan 4 happens, then I can see Super Saiyan 5 happening and hopefully Cooler happens. So earlier, I don't know if you were just tuning in, but earlier we were talking about how Super Saiyan 5 could work. So definitely, if you missed out on that, definitely tune back in or like go back and watch that whole segment. Cause at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, "There's no way." And then once you brought it up, and then as soon as you said Ultra Instinct, I was like, the fucking light bulb went off in my head. I was like, they're gonna combine it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be perfect.
It's gotta be the same shit as God Key, bro.
It's gonna be.
You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be
like he was Super Saiyan Blue guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Why not?
Okay, so in my opinion, I don't see Super Saiyan 5 will look like Sun Wukong. I think Toyotaro would want it to look like the way he drew it. I'd have to see, because I know that the original Super Saiyan 5 was not a Toyotaro thing. It was a fan-made creation, I think from like a Mexican fan. And like the fan art to this day is, it's everywhere. If you look up Super Saiyan 5, you will see this fan art.
Yeah.
Where he's got the green and the blue. Yeah. Yeah, it's OD. But yeah, like I think Super Saiyan 4 though will look like Sun Wukong. Super Saiyan 5 will probably go even further on the whole Sun Wukong look. I think that shit would be kind of crazy. This is random, but I really miss Dragon Ball Super anime. Listen, you're singing to the choir here. Everybody misses that damn show. Like, man, so much so to the point where it's like, I would love for them to also announce that the anime of Super is returning, but it's hard to say. The only thing that we have right now is the one-shot manga is coming back in February, but there's nothing beyond that even confirmed either. So we don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, let's see. A few more comments, and then we got to wrap it up, guys. The only anime I know where it's worse than the manga or manhwa is Tower of God Season 2.
Yeah, Tower of God, like, fell off so hard.
Really?
Like, I wasn't even that interested in watching Season 2, if I'm going to be honest.
Wow, that's
and
crazy.
I didn't even finish it yet.
I didn't even start
tried.
it. Damn, so it lost your interest. That's a shame.
I don't know if it's because it took so long to come back.
That could probably be why.
Like, that's another problem with anime. Some of them, at least. They decide, oh, yeah, we're popular now. Let's take a year off. Bitch, ain't no one fucking coming back in the year. Man. We forgot all about the fucking season 1.
Oh, man.
That's the feeling I get, at least sometimes.
Okay.
So when it comes to certain anime.
Well, I also think it's due to the fact that there's only but so many animation studios.
Fuck all that shit.
I'm telling you,
Make
you
make
really
room. You make room if
you
you're
really?
good.
Oh my god.
I ain't nah.
You underestimate the actual time that goes into making polished animation. I can tell because
2025.
you think because it's 2025 and the technology has advanced, you think that everything is just made easier and blah 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 blah. It ain't that simple. Especially if you want it to look good.
Well,
here's the
look
thing.
at Solo Leveling. Look
Yeah, but look at how long it took. Look how long.
at season 1 to season 2.
Yeah,
How long was it? Did not feel that long.
at least a few years.
A few years.
At least.
From the time season 1 animation came out.
Hold on.
I don't feel like it was that long.
Here, I'll look it up right now. Just so that I can show you. Search.
Cause like Bleach, for example,
Solo Leveling.
Bleach has been on like a solid pace. I think the longest break they probably had was like 6 to 9 months.
Okay, so here it goes. So, really? Okay, damn, I must be bugging then. It seemed like it was longer than that.
Yeah,
Start date
man.
last January 7th, 2024.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then the sequel, that shit started literally this year. A year apart.
Well, it depends on how fucking fire your shit is, and then if you keep it up, like Solo Leveling, they did this shit right.
They must have had the animation studio ready to go.
Solo Leveling from like episode 3 or 4, season 1, all the way up until they finished. Fire. Came back, fire. No difference.
Yeah. All right. In my opinion, Super Saiyan 3 fusion is more likely. Okay, I guess over Super Saiyan 4. You know what's crazy? I see a lot of people doing fan art of like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Goku, yet we have not seen Goku Mini as Super Saiyan 3 yet.
Yeah. No.
Everybody's just assuming that
It's just-
Goku's going to have the same ass look. And imagine if he doesn't. Imagine. Just saying. Just putting it out there, okay? Just saying. We've got Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, Mastered eventually Broly. Eventually, that's good. UI Goku, UI Vegeta. That should be enough against Black Frieza in a later arc. It should be, but let's not forget, Frieza one-shotted both the two strongest guys in that list. So I'd imagine he'd be able to one-shot the rest of them. No problems.
Easy money.
Mm-hmm. My delusions told me Janemba gonna be in here, so I will not be hyped again just to be disappointed.
That was a crazy fucking...
Listen. I don't know what... I mean, you said delusions, so that's fair that you called yourself out for that. But there was at no point, at least for us, anything that would indicate Janemba.
Yeah, you should have never expected that.
Yeah, like
motherfucker to be in there.
like, I think what may have happened is that there's other, like, very reluctant fans out there that they want something, they want to see something happen so bad that they just wish it to existence, and they will mesmerize their own vision. They'll fuck up their own vision to anything that they see, and they'll be like, they'll see a piece of grass, be like, Janemba. All right? They'll be like, oh, look at that tail. That looks like a Janemba thing. Oh, that sword. Oh, and it's never the case. And then on top of that, then you get even worse fans that go out of their way to make a fake leak. They make it look like it's real, and then it takes advantage of people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fucked up, and I don't like that. I don't like when that happens. So, yeah, I think whenever Janemba is to ever come into fruition, I think we'll definitely know. We'll definitely know more. There will be more intentional hints for us to pick up on. But they're not just going to throw in Janemba out of the blue like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. Okay, I think episode 16, they should tease Super Saiyan 4 by never using his magic to grow Vegeta and Goku's tail. There it is. There it is. You said you needed to see that, right? You said you needed to see the tails for you to be... See, I don't need to see the tails. But I will agree, and I've been saying this too, that Neba should be the one to help unlock their inner something to achieve that next form. Because Neba seems to be this all-powerful, legendary Namekian with abilities that far exceed anyone's expectations. Like, even Piccolo's pissing himself watching him do the shit that he's been doing.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is full of secrets. And I'm telling you, one of those secrets is that Saiyans were also from the fucking demon realm. And notice they haven't paid any attention or reference or mind to that because that is a tactic. Some of the keys on making a great story is when you drop the crumbs. You drop crumbs, okay? You drop the crumbs for people to see. It's like, oh, what's that?
Mhm.
Do I pick it up or do I just leave it or sweep it away? A lot of times people just be like, it's whatever. They don't pay any attention to it. But then they don't realize that when there's no other references from that point forward, and then boom, they hit you out of nowhere. And it was all set up from the beginning. I'm telling you. And it would also be even cooler if that is also some kind of reason as to why Namekians have some sort of a unique relationship with Saiyans. Because look at Piccolo and Gohan's relationship, bro. Look at their relationship. And like yes, obviously, it's like we've seen other examples of like how Gohan has unlocked, like when he went Super Saiyan 2 or whatever, or he snapped and all he needed to see was someone die or whatever. And that's what, like, people will say, oh, but it happened with there. But what if it actually was just the fact that, yes, that could have been it, but because of his relationship with Piccolo, that unlocked it. So what if Neba has just the innate ability to just be like, yeah, like I am the Namekian. The history is that we have had a relationship with y'all Saiyans. I haven't seen y'all in millions of years or whatever, but I know something that I don't think you guys do, and this will help win this battle. And he does what he did to the Tamagamis.
Temporary shit.
Except, well, we'll see. I hope it's not on some temporary shit, because I would hope for them to bring it back later on. But yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think. So yeah, good eye with that shit right there. Not gonna lie, I want to see Pycon, but he's OD. Yeah, you know what? Pycon is actually a character I would love to see get repurposed into the official continuity. And you know what the crazy part is? I remember having a conversation with some of my buddies a while ago. And we were talking Dragon Ball, and like, you know, everyone has their, like, you know, their opinions, and, you know, like we go wherever the topic flows and whatever. And I was like, guys, I hate to be that guy, but Pycon's not canon.
Mhm.
And then they all went like this. They're like, and then because when I said that, they thought about it and they realized every episode that Pycon is featured in is some shit that never existed in the manga.
Yeah.
It was filler. Pycon's a filler character. That's fucking crazy, man. If they bring Super Saiyan 5, just bring Zycor too. Yeah, right. Have y'all ever heard or saw the anime or saw the manhwa, the beginning after the end? People are calling it the successor of Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling. The anime is coming this year in April, which no one was expecting. The beginning after the end. You know that? I'm not sure. I could be confusing with another manhwa that I actually bought from Walmart. But
April, huh?
yeah,
I'll take a look.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah. Tower of God was about 4 years apart.
See,
Yeah.
They fucked up.
They did.
4 years, nigga. Nope.
If he doesn't think, I think people would be actually happy so we can get regular Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. What is that in reference to? Do you think Cumber will become canon? Because I feel like if they want to make a lot of money in the box office, a movie about the history of the Saiyan would sell, and you could introduce Yamoshi. Yeah, so those are two different things. Cumber, I don't think they would necessarily.
I don't even know who that is.
Cumber is a character from Super Dragon Ball Heroes. He's another Broly-like. Yeah, he's another Broly-like character. Uncontrollable, rage, Saiyan type shit, whatever. But yes, I think that making a movie about the origin of Saiyans, and if they were to, do it around Yamoshi, because Yamoshi's been a character that has been name dropped before, I think that definitely would be. I mean, listen, they're gonna sell no matter what because it's Dragon Ball. But yes, I think that's something that a lot of fans are waiting on very patiently. All right, last comment here. I think Saiyans being from the Demon Realm would be cool, but don't Demon Realm guys need to have pointy ears? Yes, That is true, and that's what we've been told. But let me remind you, when they turned into great apes, they had pointy ears.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't even know exactly how the Saiyans ever were able to have that ability. So that's more lore that we're almost kind of anticipating to get. Because when we think back, we were never told how Saiyans were able to have this type of ability in the first place. We were just given this information like, oh yeah, like Saiyans are creatures from the planet Vegeta that take over other planets, and they can turn into great apes when they look at the full moon. That was the explanation that we've always had for years. We never understood how and when they've ever had this, this power. So, again, like I mentioned before, they've teased that Goku with the pointy ears. They teased that earlier in Daima when like Supreme Kai made his ears pointy in front of the big fish. I forget his name already.
I don't know.
Yeah, just so that they could pass because no one with round ears can whatever. They tried to
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, warp nigga.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not showing these comments. I got you. Warp. There it is. Thank you. We're onto something. Listen. We out here. This is what we do. This is what we do. But guys, that is gonna be it for this week. I would love to keep this chat going, but yeah, we usually try to keep this to an hour. Gave y'all a little bit more because it was easy. Conversations were natural. The last thing I guess I would like to plug is a brand new sponsor type of affiliation that I have the blessing of having now, and that is Poggers. So I'm about to pull that up right now and show you guys what's up with that. So essentially Poggers is like, I'm sure you guys are aware of G Fuel, right? Well, G Fuel, like this is the healthy version of that, where they don't make energy drinks or any sort of like I guess like mixes to give you any sort of like jitteriness or like crashing feelings like that. They actually use better ingredients to allow you to actually enjoy it while gaining the benefits of what you're supposed to be getting, which is either energy, it's either hydration or sleep, to help you sleep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys the link to the website right there. And if you use the code UCHIGANG, it'll save you guys 10% off of your entire order, no matter what you get. And as long as you use that code, it will directly support us. Obviously me, but I'm the one manning the whole shit with all these fucking productions. So definitely check them out. They got some cool stuff. I got some stuff coming in the mail pretty soon, so I'll be having it on my stream setup whenever I'm live on Twitch next. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed this post Daima show. I look forward to watching episode 16 this week, reacting to it. And hopefully, we're in for a lot better episodes. So make sure you are tuning in onto my main channel for the reactions. And then hopefully, if we do have time, we'll definitely get you guys a podcast episode for that Saturday to follow. And then another Daima Post show on Sunday next week. So y'all take it easy. May the power protect, keep locked, loaded right here on this podcast. Stay safe, stay clean, and stay the hell inside. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.